Veteran Salute, sponsored by Devon James Injury Lawyers.
Wednesday nights are time for our weekly segment, Veteran Salute. It's our chance to honor heroes from our area and thank them for their service.
Tonight, 27 News anchor Matthew Johnstone introduces us to Air Force veteran Paul Martin.
Working in communications, Staff Sergeant Paul Martin would see the end of the Korean War firsthand, serving in Japan and Korea itself during the conflict. With typing experience from high school, the Jefferson County Kansan would put those skills to the test as a teletype operator in the Air Force.
I ended up with a top secret clearance. You would get messages and send messages. It's kind of like Western Union machines. You had to learn to read tape. You had just little holes in tape, and you had to, the way those holes were in there was the alphabet. You had to learn to read that. That was the hardest job.
About to deploy overseas, a life-changing error ended up saving Paul's life.
When it come time to get on the plane to go to Korea, the clerk forgot to call down and put us on the list, so we didn't get on. Well, that plane left to Korea. It went down, 127 people died. We would have been on that had he put us on the flight plan.
Eventually making his way over, Paul served in Japan for nearly a year before finding himself bound for Korea in the early 50s.
I was sent 30 miles north of Seoul or 13 miles south of the 38th parallel. And we had to ride in the back of a truck up the hill. Of course, the radar had to be set up on top of the hill. That's where all of our machine equipment was. That was really, I think, the worst danger I was in there, because you never knew when the sniper was out in the timber. We could set up on top of it, we called it Radar Mountain, and look down below and see the fighting going on at night. You could see the fire from the big guns and the vehicles moving around, and that was quite a sight.
Paul thankfully wouldn't see that sight for long, thanks to a fellow Kansan's push to end the conflict.
Eisenhower signed the truce about 2 weeks after I got over there. But we were in the truce. The United States could not have a military installation so many miles within the 38th parallel. We were too close. So we had to tear everything down and move back south of Seoul.
After his time near the front lines came to a close, Paul would finish his service stateside in Louisiana. He returned to the farm life after his service ended back in his hometown and went on to work with the state of Kansas on highways. Working for you, Matthew Johnstone, 27 News.
We highlight veterans in our community each and every week, just like Paul. If you know somebody we could feature in this segment, please check the Veteran Salute section at KSNT.com.
Plus, sharing their stories isn't the only way we honor these heroes, because each week the featured vet receives a gift. Take a look.
The Devon James Injury Lawyers here with our Veteran of the Week, and that's Staff Sergeant Paul Martin, who served our country in the United States Air Force and during the Korean War. On behalf of all of Kansas, thank you so much for your service.
You're welcome.
Veteran Salute, sponsored by Devon James Injury Lawyers.